Welcome, my name is Christina, and today I want to share a little bit of information about the 7 Hermetic Principles. Now, before we get started, I do have a little bit of traffic noise out in the background, so please excuse that. Now, the 7 Hermetic Principles, a little background on how it was created. Legend has it that when the city of Atlantis fell, Thoth moved from Atlantis into Egypt. And then when Egypt fell, Thoth moved from Egypt to the Greek pantheon, he was known as Hermes at that time. I don't recall what he was in Atlantis, but he's known in Egypt as Thoth. And then from Egypt, he went to Greek as Hermes. This is like the gods evolve into different archetypes throughout time, basically, is the same. And so, Hermes is the messenger, all about communication, same with Thoth. And he created, these there's the emerald tablets, if you're interested in diving deep on that one, but also the 7 Hermetic Principles. Now, the 7 Hermetic Principles is, in my opinion, something that The Secret doesn't talk about. Now, The Secret is all about mentalism, which happens to be the second rule in the 7 Hermetic Principles. But The Secret tells you, it's all mind. It is what you focus on. And it's absolutely right. That is a big part. In fact, in my opinion, that plays 3 rules out of the 7 in the Hermetic Principles is your thought. Bottom line, my opinion, how it boils down to it. However, there's more than just your mind. How you show up, what you do, how you continue to do with it, like all of that. So the first rule in the 7 Hermetic Principles is cause and effect. What you do causes an effect. What you do to someone, it causes an effect on someone, You open the door for someone, it could help them get through their day without a little less stress, or you shut it right before they, get to the door thresh and just, I don't know if you've ever done that. You're trying to, you think the guy's going to kind of hold the door open for you, and then right when you get there, it just shuts. And it's just like, really, dude? Thanks. And yeah, it's an inconvenience, but then there's an energetic exchange. Everything, there's an energetic exchange. So there's cause and effect. Then number 2, mentalism. Your thoughts are, they help materialize, if you would. And then, whatever you focus on, you grow essentially, And then the third one is correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. The outside world is a reflection of what's going on inside, and the inside world is a reflection of what's going on outside. So we got what you bring, cause and effect, mentalism, and as above, so below, as within, so without, okay? It's all you at this point, right? And then there's polarization. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing because polarization, sweets, sours, ups, downs, there's a duality, and you got to find the center. Now, on an ego human sense, this rule is a little bit harder to cognitively mentalize, to materialize, because this is more of an energetic rule with the polarization. That's more of a universal, in my humble Christina Little World opinion. So, do everything you can, but the polarization Hermetic principle is kind of out of your hands. However, the next one, rhythm. Now, everything, there's always a flow. the earth is constantly moving. You could be sitting here right now doing nothing, and your kidneys are working, and your body, there's a rhythm, there's something moving, it's pulsing, it's never constantly staying in one motion. This is part of the whole thought process, what I was saying earlier. Side comment. Then the following after rhythm is vibration, which is the third, what I was saying earlier. The vibration is what you vibe to, you call to. So like if I'm in a really yucky, negative, Nancy thought process, I will gravitate to situations that are not enjoyable, that hurt my feelings, or whatever the case is. I'm bringing that to the table because that's what I'm vibrating to. Just like if I vibrate to a happy bliss experience, I will focus mainly on the positive stuff because that's what I'm vibrating to. More positive situations will come to me because that's what I'm vibrating with. This isn't necessarily a conscious thing. Like, it is a conscious thing in the sense of you are wanting to take the steps to get to that point, and every day you got to show up and train your thoughts to do the thing. But when it comes to, where you're at right now, your vibrational state, I know consciously you probably want to be in a different position than you are in now, is basically what I'm saying. And then after the vibrational state, there's also the gender state. Now, the gender state is just kind of as confusing as the polarization state, because once again, this is more of a universal balance, in my personal opinion, when it comes to the Hermetic Principles. It's the masculine or the feminine energy. Masculine energy is more of doing, penetrating. It's the doer. It brings something to the table, does the kill, the whole thing. The feminine energy is the receiving, things coming to you. You receive. And so whenever you're working with the Hermetic Principles, when it comes to polarization and the gender aspect, that's where self-reflection comes in when it comes to co-creating with the universe. Like, there's a lot more to it. But when I was studying The Secret was good for a bit because it helped, Rule 2, which was mentalism, and it helped with Rule 5, which is rhythm, and then Rule 6, which is vibration. But it's not hitting, the cause and effect, what you do, or the correspondences, as above, so below, as within, so without, or the polarization, or the gender, masculine or feminine energy. So that's something that people don't really think about. It's just like whenever you're asking from the universe, or God, or you make a wish or an intention or whatever the case is, it's like, well, it didn't happen. And it's like, well, did you give thanks to it for having it yet? And it's like, no, I didn't receive it. I'm not going to give thanks till I receive it. And it's like, I get that concept when it comes to a lower way of thinking. I've been there, I get that. But when it comes to these rules, you receive what you vibrate to. So if you're in this mentality of lack, I'll give thanks when I get it. Well, that's kind of a lackful thing. Of course you're not going to get it because you're not thankful for it yet. It's not there yet. But when you focus on, I'm grateful that, I have every bill pay on time. I am grateful that I have, the time to spend with my family and do fun, creative activities. I am grateful for, having a healthy selection of food in the refrigerator that's super easy to cook that I don't have to do nothing with, whatever the case is. That is what you start to create with the universe, because you're also giving ideas and points and what you want. You can be general. Like years ago, I just wanted to be happy. I didn't know exactly what that looked like. I just wanted to be happy. And then I ended up coming across situations that I learned what I did like and what I did not like. And that helped me realize what I did like, what really worked for me. So when it comes to the 7 Hermetic Principles, I highly encourage you to start doing a little bit more research on this and seeing if this is a tool that can truly benefit you. It has kind of changed my life in how I actually co-create, work with intentions, make decisions. Before I actually do a thing, I look at how I'm ticking with it and how do I want to move forward with it. I am working on a stable foundation for every aspect of my future, and that is important to me. And with that in mind, I have to be aware of every step I make in every now moment, because it's part of my foundation. So I really, really appreciate your time, and I really hope that the information I gave you was useful and helpful. And if you want to take it a step further, definitely check out the emerald tablets, and I will definitely leave that information below for you. I hope you have a magical day, and I look forward to connecting with you guys soon. If you have any questions or any comments, please definitely leave them down below. I look forward to contacting you or connecting with you. I look forward to connecting with you. And thank you for putting up with my cheesiness. All right, bye.